Ho, 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 ho. Hi guys, welcome to this very festive, special episode. We're here with special guest Shaun Keaveny, Radio 6 Music's breakfast presenter. We're massive fans of Shaun and we're absolutely thrilled that he could join us today on the show.
Thanks for having me.
So we were tweeting, weren't we?
Yeah.
And I invited you on and you said that you liked spiced food or spicy food.
Well, I did say that I like spicy food, yeah.
And I could have made you a curry, but because it's the run up to Christmas, I thought I'd do something which is very spiced. So we're doing a very interesting version of mince pies. Now these aren't the mince pies that you're probably used to making every year. These are the old mince pies which actually contain meat. So the word mincemeat is called mincemeat because it used to contain meat. And I'm using a recipe from this brilliant old recipe book or receipt book. It's an old cook called Eleanor Fetterplace. Fetterplace, wonderful name. This is probably one of the earliest ever recorded recipes for mince pies. It's from 1604. And we're going to be putting mutton with beef suet in a savoury pastry crust. We've got loads of dried fruits and then we're going to mix it up with spices like nutmeg, mace, ginger, cinnamon, some lemon zest, some orange zest. So some great flavours.
But so what you've done is you've perverted what I said. As instead of spicy, which is chilies, turmeric, paprika, that kind of thing, which is what I meant, you've gone spiced, which is utterly different. And it's
Completely
sweet and sour,
different.
which technically is one of my greatest food fears.
Okay, so we're doing a kitchen nightmare, but I'm going to turn it into a dream for you, Shaun.
I can't wait.
I really am.
Parboil your mutton, then take as much suet as meat. Mince it both small, then put mace, nutmegs, cinnamon, sugar, orange peels, and currants.
I love the spelling of currants, C-U-R-R-A-N-C-E.
Old English. And grate raisins. A little rose water. Put all these to meat. Beat yo spice, a little bit gangster. Orange peels very small. Mingle yo fruit.
Again, it's gone a bit Kanye, hasn't it?
Spice all together with meat. So make it. Put as much currants as meat and twice so much sugar as salt. Put some ginger into it. Let the suet be beef suet, for it is better than mutton suet.
So what we've got here, this is the mutton, and it's just got a really lovely intense flavour.
You got me drinking at midday as well.
Mulled wine. What's your Keaveny Christmas traditions? What does Christmas Day look like in your house?
This year we really want to take I've got two boys, 8 and 5, Arthur and Will. So hopefully this year I'll be able to get them back up north to the motherland for Christmas Day.
Lovely.
Which I've not done for a long time. Because the Keaveny Christmas used to be, for many, many years, about 40 people in my mum and dad's semi-detached house.
Whoa.
Friends and family.
40.
Getting on it.
Oh my
just
gosh.
Getting madly drunk.
Who did the cooking for 40 on Christmas Day?
We
That
used to do it-
sounds like my kitchen nightmare.
Yeah, it's a big job, isn't it? We do a mixture of sort of Lancashire dishes my mum would make, and the local curry house then would deliver onion bhajis and vegetable samosas.
I love it. This is good. I'm going to just put this in a bowl and let it cool down. You yourself have got a Christmas song.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Tell us about how this came into existence.
I just thought I really want to do a Christmas song
Yeah.
because that's where the money is.
Right, of course, yeah.
Right.
That's going to be a money spinner. if
Pay
ever
dirt
was.
forever. You know, Merry Christmas everyone, you know, all these big hits. So I wrote it ages ago, and then last year, a good friend of mine, Steve Levine, who's a record producer, he was like, come on, let's do it. And we pulled in all our friends to do it. Rod Stewart is a vocal on it.
How did you get Rod Stewart? That's incredible.
He wouldn't stop pestering me, would he?
He was
Can
just,
we record
Shaun, I
together?
hear you doing this song.
Yeah.
I just got to be on it.
I just want to work with you. You know, I mean, it was a funny one because he came in for an interview on the show. I said, so what, you're plugging these shows in June next year, but that's like 9 months away. What are you doing in the meantime?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just hanging out with my kids and just having a great time. I was like, brilliant. Well, why don't you be on my Christmas song? He was like, of course I'll be on your Christmas song, yeah. I couldn't believe it.
Surreal moment.
Yeah, but then I thought, people say things like that all the time, don't they? I certainly say stuff that I don't mean constantly. And then Renee
like coming
got
on my
promise.
YouTube channel.
Thank you. Finally made it though, didn't I? And I thought, he's never going to do it. And then he sent an email through a friend of mine, Steve. He was like, seriously, he wants to do it. And he said, yeah, of course I'll do it. I'll send it over the weekend. And he just recorded the backing vocals and sent it through. So you're putting in a lot of fruit.
Yeah.
There. And, you know, people who at home might be watching it who know me, friends and family, will be laughing uproariously now because they know that I'm a bit weird when it comes to food.
Fruit.
A little bit fussy.
A piece of history though, Shaun. A real historic recipe.
No, that's the smallpox is a piece of history as well. I don't necessarily want to repeat.
But here we go. This is the thing that gets you going. The spices.
Okay.
That's where we're going to rescue this. So we're adding in a lovely big pinch of ginger, ground ginger. The cinnamon, again, ground cinnamon. And now I'm just going to bind it together with some orange juice. And this is a really interesting one, rose water. This really is kind of harking back to Arabian Nights.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
It's beautiful. We've got our pastry cases here. I've just rolled out some shortcrust and put it into a tray. And we're going to spoon our mix, which is really looking like a normal mincemeat, really.
Well, it is, except that it's got mutton in it, which is the bit that I've got. Obviously, you wouldn't put like cream on it when it's finished. That would be disgusting.
That would be a bit rank.
Yeah, it was. I'm glad you said that. I'm pretty impressed by the finger work here on this. I mean, obviously you're used to doing it, but there's a lot of top speed pinching going on. And what are the dangers and pitfalls here if you don't do it right? I guess it all bubbles up, or
you know what? I think even if it does, it's fine. It's still going to be delicious. It's still going to look great. I don't think pastry has to be perfect. I think it has to just be what you can do. Yeah. And that's, you know, like I haven't made enough lids to fill all of these pies. So there's going to be an open one, which is totally fine. And I'm just going to put a little hole in there.
Actually a bit excited now.
Now
I'm nervous.
we're going to egg wash. You want to have a go at egg washing?
Yeah.
And get involved?
I would actually.
Right, so these are going to go in the oven. Very well egg washed, Shaun.
I didn't want to mention it.
Expertly done. Should we just go for it?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
I could go Greg Wallace here.
I'm getting the butter from the pastry, nutmeg and the ginger, conventional mince pie, but I'm also getting something saltier and meatier.
Mutton.
No, it's nice.
I like it.
It's nice. It's just difficult, especially if you're not, if you're a conventional eater, a very missionary position when it comes to food. But it's, you know what? I've gone. I think I'm going to finish it.
Well, you're going to be whipping this up at home with your take-home mincemeat that we've prepared for you.
I think that anybody coming round to mine for a libation this Christmas is going to be getting a very unusual pie.
Mutton dressed as mince.
Mutton dressed as mince.
Well, Shaun, thank you so much for coming on and for being a part of this experiment, this historical experiment, for channeling Eleanor Fetter Place.
Yes, thank you, Eleanor.
And hopefully we'll have you back another time and cook something that you're really going to love.
Well, you know, I thanks for having me. Thanks to Eleanor. I feel positively Shakespearean now and a little bit drunk.
Great. Cheers.
Chin chin.